Bottom of the banger to you lads, it's me, your Count Slinky, and I've got a story to tell you. Now, I've been in the NFT and crypto market for quite some time now. I've seen some things and I've been in some scams. I've been rugged and I've had my knees bent. But there's this one guy. He seems to have a reoccurring theme about him. He seems almost like the logo for rugs everywhere. It's just kind of amazing how no matter what part of the NFT world you're on, if you've heard of his name, then you know he's up to no good. We're talking about NFTRamo, alright? And if you've ever heard his name before, you may have seen him acquainted with a very successful project called Habibi's, or you might have seen him tank and dump on all the people holding DGen Town. Now, before we go and talk about anything before, we have to talk about DGen Town. You don't just go around randomly hearing about people like this. They've got to make a splash, a wave if you have to. Some people don't even have a name. They just disappear into the ether. NFTRamo isn't one of those guys. In fact, NFTRamo not only fooled all the people who were holding, but he also fooled a whole entire trading company. In fact, this team would later have to go onto Twitter and make a whole entire thread, one that you can read to this date, saying that they can't believe what he's saying. But before I get ahead of myself, we've got to talk about this DGen Town. Now, I'm going to throw out some art up here in the bar, and I'm going to let you see it for yourself. Some really nice pixel art. I love pixel art. I have been talked into buying a couple of pixel NFTs before in my life. I actually might even hold one of them. They're a really cool looking piece of art, and what else can I say other than that? Does it do anything? Does it make your dick hard? But damn it, you can tell people you're DGen, and that might have been the problem. See, whenever you first attained your DGen Town, it was booming. People wanted to buy it for a nice price. Hell, at its highest, it even ended up hitting 11 to 15 Solana. And if at that time, I do believe Solana was valued around $40 to $45 USD, which is wild in this current time. Whenever Solana has kind of crashed back down, it's now at a 32. But that being said, people were super happy and bullish. They were trading it like it was your mother's cookies at the lunch table. And let me tell you what, people were happy. They were even given an option. You can go ahead and ban the motherfuckers. Just go ahead and get rid of them. Ban the MFers, right? And after you banned them, well, you would get a super sick resurrected, and you would get to flex on all the haters who weren't DGen enough in order to hold one. So, everybody would take these beautiful, crispy $15 Solana worth NFTs, and instead of trading them, flipping them, dumping them on the market, what else were you going to do with them? They saw something on Twitter talking about how there was a new staking website. Go ahead and get your rewards, DGen. Are you DGen enough? I don't think anybody was DGen enough for what happened after, because as soon as they connected their wallets to that weirdo link, all of a sudden the wallet started being emptied. We've got all kinds of tweets from the fallout here. We're talking about 20 to 40 Solana being taken out of people's wallet, all the NFTs gone, digital assets wiped right out of their wallets. They clicked the set approval all link, the Twitter was hacked, there was nothing that anybody could do. Some people watched from the sidelines as all of a sudden their comrades and fellow friends fell to the hack. And as that happened, as they fell and succumbed to this link, of course, so did the floor price, and it started to crater, falling. People who were holding on were just holding on, praying to God that it would bounce back up to that 15 Solana. There's people to this very day still holding on to that Solana, alright? They're holding on to that NFT, baby. They're hoping for that sweet Solana increase. We want to see multipliers. God damn it, we want to be bullish on DGen Town. Well, of course, the founders kind of went silent, and then there's an apology, of course, and Then Magic Eden, using an experimental launch pad system to kind of market this project, also came under fire. They basically served everybody up on a silver platter. I mean, it was just like you were face down, boot up, just ready to get served that nice and solid train daddy. But luckily, now things are in different hands. We're hoping for a change, and that's good. But NFTRamo somehow managed to slink his dastardly way from getting doxxed, while the owner, OXLEC, was somebody who had actually founded it and actually started doing the project. After it was compromised, he came forward, took the big boy adult way up and said, hey, look, I'm going to go ahead and give some of the Solana over and go ahead and make sure that the people who were hurt, some of the people who were taken advantage of, can recover some of their losses. Something you don't really see on the blockchain, to be honest. And Magic Eden also went ahead and said out loud, hey, he went ahead and gave us some of the bags back, so we're going to start working on this. There is a Twitter on the main Twitter account saying we were going to start giving people the money back. You're going to start seeing it. You're going to get some Solana. You'll get Solana. You'll get Solana. To this day, I haven't seen a Solana scam proving that this has ever occurred. And even to this day, Magic Eden says that NFTRamo has avoided that dox by stating that he was an advisor. In what world aren't you getting the advisor's dox information? It just doesn't make sense. And since he got away scot-free, he also was able to unload bags upon bags of holders. He was selling at the tippy top. He knew what was about to come in the next coming waves. And he cashed out nice and easy. But that's not just what makes him grimy, because everybody can pull one of those fast ones on you, right? Now, not maybe on every trading company and start enforcing new rules and all kinds of dox agreements in order to make sure there's safety, but something this big was also followed up by this bastard saying something dastardly on Twitter. He not only would engage in some Twitter beef, also called people idiots, liars, and fools and blamed themselves for clicking that super hot link from a hacked Twitter they had no idea about. But he would also get into the territory of using someone's fallen family member as a pun to a joke. I'll leave the thread here, but it's pretty much this. Twitter dude Funny Man starts talking about you and pointing out that you're trying to launch a project with 0% royalties, which means absolutely dick for all whenever we know that you're probably just going to end up waiting for it to get to a high point and then you're going to dump it back onto your holders as we all sort of try to panic and wonder what's going on with the project. Of course, NFTRamo wouldn't take that line down and started talking trash about the Twitter Funny Man. And after the Twitter Funny Man had his little spiel and everything, separate from the beef, he would post something talking about how his grandmama was off in some bad health and she had passed. And what worse thing can you think of than using somebody's fallen family member as the butt of a joke after they had said, who's next, after getting body in some Twitter beef? Of course he would jump in and say, I guess she was next. Even Magic Eden had to say something in another Twitter thread, also explaining the disgust with it. And everybody used this uproar, this anger, and this pivotal point to finally get some more attention to the resurrected and the DG Town NFT holders who were taken advantage of. It was what a wonderful delinquent thing. But you were just wondering, you were just stuck, thinking, what was he thinking? His Twitter ever since has been a quiet spiel, and Magic Eden says they've been trying to talk him into relinquishing the money that he had taken away. But let's be honest, Rugger's gonna rug, that man's not giving anything over, and all that Magic Eden's really gonna do to help you out is start a scholarship fund with some of the money that they might have made from it. But that's all I got for you today. I just wanted to jump in and talk about this DG Town fiasco before I start to talk about some more, whether they're good or bad projects, whether they're funny or scary scams, that you start hearing it from me. And I didn't go through the hard work of moving my arms and my face up and down on this new bot just so then I can use it one time. So you can expect lots of banger content talking about the simplicities and complexities of what's going on in the market today. It's a bear market, baby, and there's enough copium and hopium around for everybody, so I hope you're ready for the next one. But also, we'll be looking forward to some more smoking content for all your stoners out there who don't just do NFTs, but you also like weed. Until then, peace.